Hello students, how are you all? I welcome you all to ISment Rise with Right Mentor. In today's video, we are going to discuss another strategy to solve the prelims MCQ examinations. The strategies are based on the knowledge that we have acquired by studying various subjects, how that knowledge can be applied in prelims examination into the MCQs so that we can reach to the correct answer. Without these techniques, reaching to the correct answer becomes very difficult. So that's why it is important for us to know these techniques and have mastery on these techniques. To get the mastery, what we have to do, we have to practice a lot. And in this video, we are going to learn another strategy by the name of eliminating based on familiar terms. ठीक है, यहाँ पे फिर से हम एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक का ही यूज करेंगे, बट यहाँ हम एलिमिनेशन करेंगे बेस्ड ऑन फेमिलियर टर्म्स. लेट्स सी कि इसमें क्या होता है. देखिए, फेमिलियर टर्म्स से मतलब द टर्म्स दैट वी नो देम very well. The terms that we know very well are familiar terms to us. And if a term familiar to us, then definitely we can reach to the correct answer. How? We will see this with the help of some questions. So let's understand what are the steps involved in this. Identify familiar terms or concepts in the questions and options. Look for the terms or concepts that you recognize. These could be historical figures, scientific principles, geographical regions, or whatever. Compare the familiar terms with the given options. Now, first we have to identify. Second, we have to compare them with options. Sometimes it might be possible that the familiar term we are looking for is not available in question, but it can be available in option also. Use the familiar term as a clue to eliminate options that contain unrelated or incorrect terms. Eliminate the options that contain unfamiliar or irrelevant terms. Third is elimination. Elimination of what? Elimination of unfamiliar terms. Since we know about the term which is used in question, so definitely we can identify that the following given term is not associated with the term given in question, because we know the term given in question very well. So that's why, right? And in the fourth option, correct answer. Find the correct answer. Now let's understand this technique also through some questions. First, Harappan civilization. Consider the following statements. This question is regarding Harappan civilization. And for Harappan civilization, we know almost each and everything, whatever is given in book, right? And through this, we will read the options and we'll try to see if we are able to reach to the correct answer or not. First, Harappan cities had well-planned drainage system. We all know this is correct. Harappan cities used iron tools extensively. Iron tools. No. Harappan cities were famous for bronze. Harappan civilization was primarily an urban civilization. Yes, true. This is the first urbanization in India. ठीक है ना? Which of the statements given above are correct? So answer is 1 and 3. B option. Next, regarding conventional rainfall. Convectional rainfall क्या होती है? Convections के बारे में हमने ज्योग्राफी में पढ़ा है. Convection means anything which is rising above is called convection. ठीक है ना? Air में, if the air is rising upward, we can say that the air is convecting, right? And if the air is moving horizontal, we can say that this is wind, right? So now let's read the options. A rainfall caused by air rising, word rising, and cooling rapidly due to high temperatures. Okay. Rainfall caused by the melting of warm and cold air masses. No. Rainfall caused by mountains obstructing airflow and forcing it to rise. This is what we call, is this convection? See, there is a mountain and wind is rising because of because of obstruction and not because of temperature. If the wind is rising because of temperature, then only it will be convection. If it is rising because of obstruction of a mountain maybe, then it is not convection. This is orogeny. The rainfall will happen is orogenic rainfall, right? So this statement also becomes wrong. Rainfall caused by moisture laden wind moving over large water bodies. देखो, विंड जो है वो हॉरिजॉन्टल मूवमेंट होती है. अगर हॉरिजॉन्टल मूवमेंट होगी तो इससे रेनफॉल कभी नहीं आएगा. रेनफॉल हमेशा जब विंड ऊपर उठेगी तो उससे आएगा. अब वो कैसे भी उठ सकती है, टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस की वजह से भी उठ सकती है, ऑब्स्टेकल की वजह से भी उठ सकती है. अगर ऑब्स्टेकल के लिए की वजह से उठ रही है तो उसको बोलेंगे ओरोजेनी. अगर टेम्परेचर की वजह से ऊपर उठ रही है तो उसको बोलेंगे कन्वेक्शन. ये डिफरेंस होता है, ठीक है. सो फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट ऑल्सो बिकम्स रॉन्ग, हेंस फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट बिकम्स राइट. Amendment, term amendment in the constitution, we all know that constitution amendment is given under article 368. ठीक है. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, पार्लियामेंट कैन अमेंड any part of the constitution under article 368. Yes, we all know that this statement is very well true. Fundamental rights cannot be amended by the parliament. अब ये क्या बात हुई भाई? since parliament can amend any part, then why can't it amend part 3? It is also amendable, na? Fine. So this statement becomes wrong and that becomes right. Now next is direct tax. We must be familiar with the term direct tax. Direct tax means a tax whose burden to pay is directly on the person who is paying. ठीक है ना भाई, जिसके ऊपर टैक्स लग रहा है देगा भी वही, मतलब आगे जमा भी वही कराएगा, ये इसका मतलब है. ठीक, डायरेक्ट टैक्स उसको बोलते हैं. अब जीएसटी हमें पता है कि दिस इज इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. इनकम टैक्स, yes, it is direct tax. Custom duty, it is also indirect tax. Excise duty, it is also indirect tax. So correct answer is income tax. ठीक है. डायरेक्ट टैक्स नहीं भी पता तो शायद हमें ये पता हो सकता है कि इनकम टैक्स जो है वो डायरेक्ट टैक्स होता है. नाउ कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग पेयर्स. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? Carbon credit, environmental conservation, yes. Repo rate regarding banks and finance, yes. Fiscal deficits regarding international trade, no. Fiscal deficit is regarding fiscal policy means government budgeting. ठीक है, तो this will become wrong, these two will become right. Kyoto Protocol. Kyoto Protocol is regarding greenhouse gas emissions. India was not a signatory to the Kyoto Protocol. No. India is. Which of the following is an example of fundamental duty? Right to equality. This is fundamental right. Protection of the sovereignty and integrity of the country. Duty. Freedom of religion. Fundamental right. Constitutional remedy. Fundamental right. So the answer is B. We must be aware of the fundamental duties, fundamental rights. देखो, पॉलिटी में राइट फ्रॉम आर्टिकल 1 टू आर्टिकल 51A इनको पढ़े बिना काम नहीं चलेगा. ये तो आपको पढ़ने पड़ेंगे पॉलिटी के अंदर. ठीक है ना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इन्वेंशन, इन्वेंटर, करेक्टली मैच्ड. स्टीम इंजन, जेम्स वॉट, यस वी ऑल नो. टेलीफोन, अलेक्जेंडर ग्राहम बेल, यस वी ऑल नो. लाइट बल्ब, थॉमस अल्वा एडिसन, यस वी ऑल नो. Answer is D. Next question is about Nobel Peace Prize. It is awarded by UN. No. It can only be awarded to individuals. Only. No. It can be awarded to organizations also. ठीक है. It was established by Alfred Nobel's will in 1895. Yes, this option is true. Alfred Nobel, 1985. It was awarded for contribution in the field of literature. No. नाम में ही है पीस प्राइज, तो किसके लिए होगा? पीस के लिए. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, कंक्लूजन. देखिए, ये बहुत सिंपल स्ट्रेटजी थी. यहां पे सीधा सीधा हमारी नॉलेज के ऊपर गेम था. नॉलेज के ऊपर गेम ऐसे था कि जो भी टर्म्स क्वेश्चन में या ऑप्शंस में दी हैं, हमें उनसे फेमिलियर तो होना ही पड़ेगा. बट द कंडीशन इज, इफ वी आर फेमिलियर, then how can we reach to the correct answer? ये हमने सीखा. यहां जो भी क्वेश्चन आ रहा था वहां हमने प्री एज्यूम किया है कि आप इन टर्म के बारे में जानते हैं. हम यहां पे ये सीख रहे थे कि हम जिस टर्म के बारे में जानते हैं, हाउ वी कैन रीच टू द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दैट टर्म. ठीक है. इन दिस टेक्निक वी वर लर्निंग दिस थिंग. ठीक है. तो यहां पे क्या है, आप अपनी फेमिलियर टर्म्स को देखो. फर्स्ट, आइडेंटिफाई. सेकंड, एलिमिनेट. देन करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है. फिनिश. सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस वीडियो. नाउ इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल कम विथ अनदर टेक्निक. ठीक है. टिल देन आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल टू please go through the whole playlist, the prelims preparation strategy series. It will definitely help you in this prelims. By this series you will definitely be learning a lot about this exam. You will definitely be knowing this exam absolutely. So I would request you to please go through this playlist. It will hardly take you 2 days to go through the whole playlist. And giving these 2 days, can lead to your success in this coming prelims. So please share this video to your friends also, so that they can also know the right strategy. They can also know the examination. Fine. So till then, thank you. Bye bye.